You're paying for SEO and not getting the results you want. Before you sack your SEO, ask yourself this. Are you the problem? This is SEO fucking what? I'm Nikki and I've been in SEO for over 30 years, before it was even called SEO. I help people like you make money from your website by getting found on search. And today I'm going to do something a bit different because I spend a lot of time on this podcast calling out shit SEOs, dodgy agencies, and the various tosspots trying to sell you nonsense. And I stand by every single word of that. But there is something that nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes the reason your SEO isn't working isn't your SEO provider. Sometimes it's you, the client. And I say that with love and also with mild irritation because I've lived this. I've worked with awesome clients who get amazing results, but I've also watched good SEO work go completely to waste because the client didn't do their bit. So today, I'm going to talk about how to be a good SEO client. Because it is a skill, it does matter. Nobody ever tells you what it involves. I've talked before, back in episode 8, about how to work with an SEO consultant without driving them up the wall. And in episode 2, I talked about owning your own accounts. This isn't that. This is bigger. This is everything else. The stuff that either makes your SEO fly or kills it dead while everyone wonders why. So let's get into it. 1. Tell your SEO what your business actually does. Don't give them your LinkedIn bio or your website about page. Talk to them about your business. Who are your customers specifically? Not SMEs in the UK. Which SMEs? What problems do they have before they find you? What do they say when they get in touch? What words do they use? What questions do they ask? This matters because your SEO is going to be doing keyword research. And keyword research done in a vacuum produces mediocre results at best. If I know that your customers always describe their problem as we're drowning in admin rather than we need process efficiency solutions, that changes what I'm looking at. It changes the language that I use, changes everything. So don't just fill in an onboarding form with 3 bullet points and call it done. Have a conversation. Tell your SEO about the clients you love working with. Tell them about the ones you don't. Tell them what makes you different from your competitors, in your words, not your marketing copy. That information is gold, and most clients never hand it over. Number 2. Give your SEO real feedback, not just, meh, looks good. I've lost count of the number of times a client has replied to a piece of content with, looks great, thanks. And then 6 months later mentioned, almost in passing, that the tone was a bit wrong or the piece talked about a service they barely offered anymore. If your SEO is writing blog posts for you and they sound nothing like you, tell them. If a keyword they're targeting is not how your clients talk, tell them. If a page they've optimized covers something you're trying to move away from, tell them. Looks good is not feedback. It's a fucking wall. It leaves your SEO thinking they've nailed it, when actually you've just nodded along to something that isn't right. And then you wonder why the content doesn't convert. Give notes. Be specific. We can handle it, I promise. Number 3, keep your SEO in the loop on your business. This one drives me mad because it's so easy to fix and so often doesn't happen. Your SEO is not psychic.
I see improved SEO in your future. Oh no, wait. That's actually Nikki's SEO.
If you decide to stop offering one of your services, they need to know. If you land a huge contract that means you're changing your focus for the next 6 months, they need to know. If a big competitor has just shut down or launched something new, they need to know. If your target client has shifted because of something that's happened in your industry, they need to know. I've had clients completely pivot their entire offer and not mention it. I've had clients drop a service and let me carry on targeting keywords for it for weeks. I've had clients launch new products and forget to tell me until they wondered why Google hadn't picked it up yet. Your SEO strategy is built around your business. When your business changes and your SEO doesn't know, the strategy becomes misaligned and you end up paying for work that isn't pointed in the right direction. A quick email, that's all it takes. Just to let you know, we're shifting focus to X. Done. Which leads me on to number 4. Tell your SEO every single time you touch your website. And I mean every single time. This is the big one. This is the one I want you to tattoo somewhere. You'll see it regularly. If you or anyone on your team, your web developer, your VA, your nephew who's good with computers, makes any change to your website, your SEO needs to know about it. I am not being dramatic. I mean anything. Added a podcast section? Tell your SEO. Rewritten a service page because you felt like freshening it up? Tell your SEO. Removed an old blog post from 2019 because you were embarrassed by it? Tell your SEO. Changed a footer link? Tell your SEO. Added a new video to the homepage? Tell your SEO. Swapped your phone number over? Tell your SEO. Moved your contact form to a different page? Tell your fucking SEO. And this is why it matters so much. SEO is not just about what your consultant does to your site. It's about the overall health and structure of your site at all times. When someone makes a change, even a small one, even one that seems totally harmless, it can affect how Google crawls your site. It can affect how pages link to each other, whether content that was performing well is still accessible, whether redirects are working properly. I've seen websites tank because their developer just tidied up the site structure while the SEO was working on a content strategy. I've seen a page that was getting great traffic just 404 because someone deleted a blog post without thinking about it. And you know what? I would rather get 15 emails I don't need to act on than miss the one that's silently fucking up your SEO. Please over-communicate on this. There is no such thing as a website change too small to mention. Number 5. Don't override your SEO's recommendations without having a conversation first. Look, you hired an SEO. You're paying them. Presumably because they know things about SEO that you don't. And then you change the H1 they wrote because you prefer the way yours sounds. Or you decide to remove the internal links they added because you think the page looks cleaner without them. Or you let your web developer talk you out of a technical fix your SEO told you was important. If you disagree with something your SEO has recommended, please have the conversation. Ask them why. Tell them your concern. There might be a better solution that works for both of you. Or you might find out that what they recommended matters more than you realised. But just overriding it silently and then wondering why your results aren't improving, that's maddening. We've covered H1s in episode 21 and why the wording matters, so I won't go back over that now. But the principle applies everywhere. Trust the expertise you've paid for or have a proper conversation about it. Number 6, pay on time. I know, you didn't come to a podcast about SEO to be told to pay your fucking invoices, but I'm going to tell you anyway. When a client consistently pays late, it affects the relationship. Not because your SEO is petty, but because running a business where your cash flow is constantly uncertain is stressful, and stress affects focus. Good SEO people have options. They have other clients. When payment is a constant battle, even the most professional person starts unconsciously prioritizing the clients who make their working life easier. Pay on time. Set up a direct debit if you have to. It sounds basic because it is basic, and yet it still happens. And number 7, understand that SEO is not a vending machine. You don't put money in January and get rankings out in February. It doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that. And if someone told you it works like that, they're talking bollocks. SEO is a bit more like physical fitness than it is buying a product. You don't go to the gym for 3 weeks and then complain that you don't have abs yet. Results build over time with consistent effort and they compound, which means the work your SEO does in month 1 is still paying off in month 6, and the work they do in month 3 is still paying off in month 9, 10, 11 and 12. Chasing your SEO for rankings every fortnight in the first 2 months isn't just annoying, It distracts them from doing the actual work. Agree on a reporting schedule up front, then let them work. So, we've covered what it takes to be a good SEO client, and honestly, most of it's just communication and trust. But I've saved the most practical bit for after the break because I want to give you one concrete thing you can do this week that will immediately improve your working relationship with your SEO, whoever they are. Right, one thing this week. I want you to write a one-page brief about your business and send it to your SEO. Not a long document, not a presentation, one page. Cover these things. Who your ideal customers really are, in real terms. What problems they come to you with, in their words, if you can manage it. Which services or products do you most want to grow right now? Is there anything off the table or winding down? What are your competitors doing? Are you watching them? Are there any changes you know that are coming in your industry in the next 3 to 6 months? If you already have an SEO and you've never given them this information, or they've not found this information out, they are working without crucial context, and they have been from day one. Fix that today. And if you don't have an SEO yet, and you're thinking about getting one, have this ready before you start the conversation. It will make you an absolute dream client from day one. You'll get better proposals, better strategy, and faster results. That's your homework. It's one page, off you go. If this episode made you realise you might have been making one of these mistakes, good. That's the point. Not to make you feel bad, but because fixing these things costs you nothing and could make a massive difference to what you're already paying for. If you want to understand the SEO side of the equation yourself, so you can have better conversations with your SEO, or spot when you're being fobbed off and know what good looks like, that's exactly what my non-wanky SEO course is for. It's at nonwankyseo.com. It's £200, £20 a month, and it will make you a significantly better SEO client as a very useful side effect. Make sure you're following SEO fucking what wherever you're listening right now so you don't miss the next episode. And if you know a business owner who's frustrated that their SEO isn't working, send them this one. It might save them from making the exact mistakes that are holding them back. Until next time, get found, make money, and for the love of all that is fucking holy, tell your SEO when you change something on your website.